Oh, there's people. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Just treading very gingerly over all this equipment that you can't see on the floor. So good evening. Welcome to my online concert, I suppose I will have to call it, of playing the songs from my 2014 album, Still Waters. You're all welcome, obviously, but there's a few people particularly I'd like to welcome because they have such a connection with some of the songs on here. That is Pete Thompson, who's in Fort Worth in Texas at the moment. I'll come back to him as to why he's got the connections. There's Will Hames, an old friend of mine and my mate Tony's, who's also I see on there. Hey Will, good to see you. Well, I can't actually see you, but you know what I mean. And Julie Beckenvari. So, they all have strong connections with some of the songs here. Okay, on the album then there were 14 tracks, 12 songs and 2 instrumentals. I'm actually not going to be playing one of the songs, which is called Pick Up My Things, which was written and performed by my daughter Becky, who isn't here, obviously, for lockdown reasons. And the reason is that I can't really reach her vocal range, and I tried transposing it, but it really didn't sound very good at all. So I'm substituting an old song called Say You Love Me, written by Will Hames and Tony Beckenvari, and specifically requested by Pete Thompson, and I'll explain why that's important. Okay, well, let's crack straight on. Let me just grab my guitar. Okay, the first song is a song about that moment or that time in every parent's life where he or she have to let their children flee the nest and go out into the big wide world away from their protective wings. And it's always a bit of a worry, obviously. So this is called Go and Find Your Way. Okay, I've done it again. I've got to remember to press all the right buttons. There we are, we have guitar. I was just testing. I can be retesting. Okay. If I gave you a list of all my mistakes in volumes 1, 2 and 3, would you ask me for more, or would you ignore them like I did with my father before me? If I took you to church and fed you the tales that Christianity preaches, would you see the light? Would you cry at night? No, it's power and money that reaches. So go and find your way in this world of profit and price, where greed is the passion and need is the fashion, and the fingers of power entice. And learn your lessons well, and remember wherever you go, I'll be there, and I won't say that I told you so. I won't say I told you so. And as time goes and experience grows, as the years and the shadows define me, as my history dims and my future slims, I look back at the rail left behind me. I see wrong, I see right, I see darkness and light, I see the calm and the wildness inside me. Beauty and beast, yet through famine and feast, there is ever my family beside me. So go and find your way in this world of struggle and strife, where successes are measured and fortunes are treasured, yet the fools and the reckless survive. And teach your children well, and remember wherever they go, I'll be there, and I won't say that I told you so. I won't say I told you so. From a little blonde boy on my shoulders and a dark-haired, sticky-faced little girl at the zoo, to the man and the woman beside me, it's so fine what time can do. Bustle and life, where storm clouds are weathered and victories are treasured, let the fools and the reckless run dry. And teach your children well, and remember wherever they go, I'll be there, and I won't say that I told you so. I won't say I told you so. Thank you very much. That song actually is probably the most extreme example of one of my songwriting traits. I started writing that in the mid-1980s about my son and my daughter, John and Becky. And I had all the music. I had the first verse, the chorus and the bridge written. I could not come up with any more lyrics that satisfied me. And I finished 20 odd years later, when my first grandchild, our first grandchild, Daniel, appeared. I was inspired to finish the song. So that's the most extreme example. I do put a lot of constraints on myself when it comes to writing lyrics. They have to be meaningful and honest to me. You know, so if I play that song the next day, the next week, 10 years, 30 years later, it still rings true for me. Otherwise, what's the point? Okay, this next song, I need to put a little rider on this. It does have an explicit lyric in it, in the second verse. In context, I think it's justified, but if you object or you've got children who are watching, then you might want to rest your mouse cursor over the mute button for the second verse. So this is a song called Golden Way, and it's kind of about, it's actually where the album name came from, Still Waters. That's part of the lyric of this song. And it's about how everyone, different people, different times in their lives, need to find a place of calm, some still waters amongst whatever, chaos or, problems that they're experiencing. So this is Golden Way. start again. See a star in the southern sky. It's got a wink and a shimmer and a twinkle in its eye. Like the soul of a sailor from the southern seas. It's like a siren, a beacon leading me into still waters, so calm and cool and clear. Hang my head in shame, I ought to take off out of here. Saw her begging down by Coppice Gate. She was pale, she was thin, it was getting late. With her long fingers and her long black hair, she requested my change with a fuck you stare. Where's her still waters, so calm and cool and clear? Oh, she could have been my own sweet daughter. What is happening here? Did your life get carried away? Were you tempted and did you stray? Did you almost lose it all? That precious love, that golden way. Where's her still waters, so calm and cool and clear? Oh, she could have been my own sweet daughter. What is happening here? See the sun on the mountain stream. It's like a picture or a movie scene. I turn your voice, I turn, you seem so far away, but you are close, so near, it takes my breath away. And in those still waters, so calm and cool and clear, I see reflections of a life that's brought this boy from there to here. Never thought this could happen again, never dreamed I'd hear you say, come with me and let us share this precious love, this golden way. See a star in the southern sky. It's got a wink and a shimmer and a twinkle in its eye. Like the soul of a sailor from the southern seas. It's like a siren, a beacon leading me, or like a mother's arms holding me, or like a brother's smile teasing me, or like a lover's hand leading me into still waters, so calm and cool and clear. Just give me one good reason why I ought to take off out of here, with your loving eyes so clear and your smiling eyes so clear. Golden way, golden way, golden way. Thank you. Golden Way. Okay, what's next? Where's page? Okay. Okay, then just 1 second. Sorry, just need to adjust something over here. Apologies, got my crib sheet of the order. I should remember the order, really. It's my album, after all. Okay, this next song is an instrumental. so it's not a song. And it's spelled F-E-E, but it's not pronounced fee, it's pronounced fey, because I wrote this when we were in Saas-Fee in Switzerland. When I'm playing, if I play instrumentals, at a live venue, remember those days? I sometimes joke that, the instrumentals that I've written about 6, I think, or 7. I say that they're failed songs. I couldn't manage to find a lyric, and that's a bit tongue-in-cheek, really, to be honest. It's a bit different when I come up with lots of musical ideas. I had a look on the computer earlier today. Actually, I think I've got over 50 musical snippets of 20 seconds to 2.5 minutes, whatever, sitting there waiting to be, moulded into a song sometime, hopefully, or songs. And sometimes when I'm writing a little bit of music, it kind of, you can see that it's got its own sort of intrinsic melody, and I think, right, that's going to be an instrumental. And then that's quite liberating, actually, because then I don't have to worry about finding lyrics for it. I can just find some more music to, different sections of music to go with it. Anyway, so this is Faye. Okay, that was a slightly ad-lib version of Faye. Okay, now the next song is called Two's Company, and this is where I'd like to mention Pete Thompson, who I know is here. This is one of 2 songs on the album about my good friend Tony Baccanavari, who sadly died very suddenly in 2007. And it's a kind of it's a bittersweet song because it refers back to a time in the mid-70s when we met Pete Thompson, and he persuaded us to go into a local studio, Spectrum Studios in Westcliff, which I don't think is there anymore, and the engineer was Warren Kemp. I don't know whether Pete still keeps in contact with him. And we came out of there with the first tape of our own music, of our own songs, of the demos. And I'm going to be playing one of those demo songs later, which is the one that Pete asked for. And it was, it was an amazing time. So it's part memory of Tony. It always reminds me of him when I sing it, and it's part memory of this magical time that to have our first record. Albeit it was a tape, but anyway. So it's called Two's Company, which was the rather twee name of Tony and I's duo. Cannot quite remember your face. It's not as though it's so long ago that the details should fade. You could have tempered your ways, but you drew the line, and our lives are defined by the choices we've made. Clearly remember those early days when we captured the feel on your old reel-to-reel of the music we played. It was a September in that place, with the basement bar and with our old guitars, we sang the songs that we'd made. We sat in your car in the rain, playing our first tape again and again. On top of the world we were young, we were proud and afraid. That we made, all the venues we played, all the choices we made. We were proud, we were young, always right, never wrong. We had our words, had our songs. We sat in your car in the rain, playing our first tape again and again. Right, that was Two's Company. Okay, so rather than play my daughter's song, which I explained earlier I can't do because I can't sing it, I will instead play one of those demo songs from that first studio session that Tony and I did. And this was a special request from Pete. And this is a song that was written by Will Hames, who's, if you'll see him in the comments, and you can electronically pat him on the head or whatever, once you hear this. He wrote the lyrics to this. Tony wrote the music. They were a double act. As I mentioned in a song later on, actually, they were partners in rhyme. So this is called Say You Love Me. Where did you come from? How did you know that I was needing a friend? And who sent you to me just when I thought my world was coming to an end? Yeah, say you love me. Say you'll always stand by me. I don't need to act a fool or pretend to you at all. All that matters is the love you give to me. Man has had woman through all the ages since this whole world began. And living without you, how could I be more than a shadow of a man? Yeah, say you love me. Say you'll always stand by me. I don't need to act a fool or pretend to you at all. All that matters is the love you give to me. Other girls might have treated me better than you do. Even now they'd have laughed at the things that drive you crazy. I wouldn't change you, nor rearrange you. Say you love me. Say you'll always stand by me. I don't need to act a fool or pretend to you at all. All that matters is the love you give to me. Made me happy, though there were times that I would rather forget. But still you are the best thing to come my way, and I've no cause for regrets. Yeah, say you love me. Say you'll always stand by me. I don't need to act a fool or pretend to you at all. All that matters is the love you give to me. Say you love me. Hope that brings back some memories, Pete. Okay, the next one is I need to change guitars for. Oh, I've got a bit of microphone droop here. It happens, I think, as you get older. There, all fixed. Okay, this song is based on an embarrassing memory of when I was about 14, I think. Very naive, very not worldly at all, and I was obsessed with this older girl who was probably 16, maybe just turned 17, and of course she wasn't interested in me at all, which didn't stop her kind of leading me on a little bit and having a laugh with her mates. But anyway, not that I'm bitter. And even though I knew that she wasn't interested, I still had this deep down conviction that there was something there, that she did care. So very sad, very embarrassing. And the song is called There Must Be Something. I'm just getting some more vocals, yeah? Okay, right. I'm just my lovely technician, you can't see her because she can't fit in the room because of all the gear on the floor, but saying I should put the vocals up a bit. Okay, we're trying that. So, there must be something. You were mean, oh, a king. You played me like I'd never seen, but I would suffer for just a touch of your ever-reaching hands. I know I'm a fool to stay here at all, but I can't make that final break. So use me some more and take me for the fool that I am. I will understand. All your friends, they laugh, they think it's a joke, but I don't give a damn, no. I'll take all their pokes, just give me a part of you. Anything will do. Whatever I forego, I want it. And if I make it anywhere you are, you want it. Wherever, near and far. Sometimes it's true, I see the truth of it. Why do I feel I have no use for it? Oh, you make it clear I don't fit in with your crowd. Yes, I'm happy at just being allowed. You always say no, but never tell me to go. But every now and again I say to myself, there must be something there, something nobody knows, maybe not even you. So I keep right on holding on. I was keen, you were mean, you played me like I'd never seen, but I would suffer for just a touch of your ever-reaching hand. So, an embarrassing memory, but I like the song, so I'm glad that came out of it. Right, I need to put the guitar down now. Okay, this next song is called Ramona. I think I have explained the origins of this song at various clubs that you guys have seen me at. It sounds like a love song if you read the lyrics. But it was actually the name of my mate's cat. And I just thought it was a nice name. So, unlike most of my songs, this is not based on my own personal observations or experiences or anything. This is just as though I was writing a song for someone else, really. So, Ramona. Oh, 100,000 things. Ramona, you got me waiting in the wings. Ramona, I'm falling over you again. Oh, Ramona, where's that Lisa smile that used to bowl me on? God, you had some style, my Ramona. I'm falling over you again. And what can I say when you treat me this way? I've gotta have light, God in my way. Oh, I'm lost in the dark, losing all that I planned, and I've gotta know now just where I stand. Oh, Ramona, with every day that passes we get older, we've gotta take our chances, be bolder. Oh, roll me over and do it again. Oh, Ramona, can't you trickle down the lights and let me closer? There's been a lot of lonely nights without Ramona. I'm falling over you again. And what can I say when you treat me this way? I've gotta have a light, God in my way. Oh, I'm lost in the dark, losing all I planned, and I gotta know now just where I stand. Ooh, Ramona, you're 100,000 things. Ramona, you got me waiting in the wings, my Ramona. I'm falling over you again. Thank you very much. Now I have played them slightly out of order, according, compared to the album, because I wanted to get that "Say You Love Me" song in earlier rather than later. So now we'll go back to what I think is track 5 on the album. It's called rather depressingly. It's called "Lost and Low." It wasn't particularly lost or low at the time, to be honest. So I'm not quite sure where that lyric came from. It's just, it must have evoked something in me at the time. If it's about anything, it's about when you get to a certain age and you realise that you're getting old, and you're not quite as capable as you used to be. And there's a line in the song which is, "Can somebody tell me what's going on? I used to be tall, I used to be strong." So that's I guess what it's about. So "Lost and Low." Now, I wrote this when we were on holiday with Lindsay's son and his wife in India, in Goa. You know, the kind of westernized coastal resort. And it was, apart from being extremely hot and humid, it was weird that you had this kind of, western hotels and things, and then just a few hundred yards behind it, the sort of third world. So that's it's referenced in this song anyway. And for the songwriters amongst you, minor interest, the song starts in 6/8 time and then switches to 4/4. All her misses. Lost and low in a foreign land, let I'd go along the sand, and the thoughts that I don't understand appear. Can somebody tell me what's going on? I used to be tall, I used to be strong, but the world has changed, everything is wrong, I feel. And I won't be still for a while until I have had my fill of you. And I'll try my best to be more or less better than the rest to you. Me, my guitar, a sunset beach, distant ships lying side by each, and with the third world bustling just out of reach, I lay. Can somebody give me a happy song? Too many of mine are too sad, too long, but what can I do when the word is strong? I play, and I won't let go, whatever fate may throw, singing sweet and low for you. And I'll try my best to be more or less better than the rest to you. Thinking hard along the roadway, I got to deal with this my own way, gotta know that it's right, yeah. All the things I never told you, take my hand and let me hold you tonight. Oh yeah, yeah. And I won't be still for a while until I have had my fill of you. And I'll try my best to be more or less better than the rest to you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I need to switch guitars again. Okay, now this is the other song on the album about Tony Baccanavari, who, as I say, died in 2007. Now, Tony and I spent, I don't know, 30 plus years sort of playing music and writing songs and playing out. And of course, Will Hames, who's with us, was an integral part of that. He was Tony's lyricist generally. I mean, Tony did write some of his own songs or some of his own lyrics, but Bill wrote the vast majority of them, I think. And this song was a joint effort between myself and Will. You know, we both knew Tony very well, had a lot of respect and love for him, and it was this song was written in the months shortly after his death, and it's both difficult and it's difficult and enjoyable to play. Strangely, it's difficult because it reminds us that he's not here anymore. But it's enjoyable because every time I play it, I think about Tony. So, and it's with Bill's words, with Will's words rather, it really sums it up nicely. So anyway, this is called Family Man. never overbearing, never over loud, but no one could miss you in any kind of crowd. Husband, son and father and a minstrel friend of mine, wish you'd had more time. Thought you were forever, always gonna play. I guess we ought to treasure each and every single day. Friend, companion, family man and partner in rhyme, wish we'd had more time. So thank you for the sunny days, the laughter and the songs, for the memories we share as the world goes rolling on. Poorer for your passing, but richer for your kindness and your smile. Sea to find your father's family, generations lost across the years, and the faces of those born so long ago smiled to see the man that they had always longed to know, who opened up his arms, took them in just like his own. So thank you for the sunny days, the laughter and the songs, for the legacy you left us as the world turns on the burning sun. Poorer for your passing, but richer for your passion and your years. We've sung our songs of sorrow, when we've swallowed every tear, we'll be looking to tomorrow as we did when you were here, seeking new horizons, making plans from friend to new, and keep your spirit true. Sometimes when I think about it too hard, it's scary. So rest now, big man, take it easy. Rest now. And thank you for the sunny days, the laughter and the songs, for the memories you left us. The world turns on the burning sun. Poorer for your passing, but richer for your passion and your years. Richer for your kindness and your smile. Family man. Okay, now this next song is actually not my song. It's Tony and Will, and it's actually been across the world. This has been one of the best-selling songs in its genre. That genre being songs about clinically obsessive fast food waitresses. So I think it must have earned at least £100 with CD sales. Anyway, it's one of the cleverest songs that I know, and I don't know if you can poke Will, so to speak, on Facebook or whatever. But the words are, they're not. It's a great story to it. It's funny. It's tragic, and there's technical stuff. There's lots of internal rhymes, and it's a great song. Anyway, enough. It's called Pale Blue Sierra. I think we'll do it some justice and tune the guitar. Thank you, people. Thank you. Right. That wouldn't have done it justice at all. The burger and beans at table 14's getting anxious to be on their way. So run to the till and make up his bill and tell him to have a nice day. Take some more orders, try not to look bored as you stand on your poor aching feet, and try not to stare at the pale blue Sierra that's cruising down Takeaway Street. Yeah, try not to stare at the pale blue Sierra that's cruising down Takeaway Street. 1 hour in this place, you start noticing faces that breeze in and out through the door. But the double cheeseburger, French fries and a Coke had a face that you couldn't ignore. A voice soft and warm and an elegant form that A voice soft and warm and an elegant form that you long to reach out for and hold. You were stuck to the spot with your face red and hot while other folks' dinners went cold. You were stuck to the spot with your face red and hot while other folks' dinners went cold. Clear up the tables and laugh at the jokes, one eye on the door and your soul on the burn. The double cheeseburger, French fries and a Coke in a pale blue Sierra won't ever return, won't ever return. Slow and distracted, you cleared other tables, took orders, but all in a daze. There's a kind of a gloom round the rest of the room, but the air around him was ablaze. You thrilled to the core when his fingers touched yours, when he paid for the meal you'd supplied. Then he just drove away in his pale blue Sierra, your soul on the seat by his side. Yes, he just drove away in his pale blue Sierra, your soul on the seat by his side. Clear off the tables and laugh at the jokes, one eye on the door and your soul on the burn. A double cheeseburger, French fries and a Coke in a pale blue Sierra won't ever return, won't ever return. The coins that he gave you are strung on a chain, his bills in a locket of gold. You've given up searching for pale blue Sierras, and nobody's dinner goes cold. But long winter nights find you sitting alone, far from the world of men, riding double cheeseburger, French fries and a Coke over and over again. Riding double cheeseburger, French fries and a Coke over and over again. Pale Blue Sierra, a unique song. Okay. Okay, this is a song that I wrote many years ago. Quick tune. I'm not surprised, it's very warm in here. It's I'm not sure exactly what it's about, to be honest. It must be, goodness knows, almost 40 years since I wrote this song. But I think it's about how sometimes you can, as an adult, you can feel that kind of teenage thrill in certain situations that can make you feel 17 again. And that is the name of the song, 17 Again. It's getting heavy, I guess. Oh, you're as sweet as a rose. I don't want to say yes, oh, but I don't want to say no. I'm weary and shy, but you got that love light in your eyes. Oh, send me a sign to guide me. Find me a light you can shine on me. Too many thoughts to remind me. Spinning around, 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 around. Well, I've got nothing to say, no comment. It's better that way. Won't make a fool of myself again. But nothing can compare to the stolen moments that we shared. Well, send me a sign to guide me. Find me a light you can shine on me. Too many thoughts to remind me. Spinning around, 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 around. Oh, I don't know just what other people think we do, but I don't care, just as long as they don't deny me you. If I'm walking a while, I'll make it. If I'm playing with fire, who I can feel it. Helpless and keen again, oh, 17 again. Oh, send me a sign to guide me. Find me a light you can shine on me. Too many thoughts to remind me. Spinning around, 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 around. Ooh. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we've got a change to another guitar. This next song, which is called Mean Man, couple of interesting things, depending on your definition of the word interesting. First of all, I actually wrote this as a backing track for Will's daughter Hetty for a song that she wrote. So she's credited as well because I'm using a lot of the chord sequences that she sent me. But that never came about, and so I ended up using the backing track and writing a completely different melody and different lyrics to it. So that's one interesting thing. The other interesting thing is, being a studio track, can't really do it acoustically. So I'm going to cheat slightly. I've got a cut down backing track from the original recording project where I recorded it, and I'm going to play my Stratocaster and sing along with it. So we'll see how this goes. This could be a technical hitch. Let's have a look. Right, so I just got to find the track on here. 1 second, it should be there already, if there's any justice in the world. Playlists, Still Waters. Okay, make sure we've got some volume, which we have. Okay. Right, we'll see how this goes. Every day, get out of bed and put my mess away. Turn on the radio and let it play. Doom and gloom to cheer me on my way. Heavy sigh, I scan the TV with a weary eye. There's your annoying face, smug and sly. Chicken fortunes from your own and leave them high and dry. I tell you that I don't know how, I don't see how you got so loud. Office bound, I get the train and then the underground. People plugged into their favorite sounds. In their own world, each one lost and each one found an empty seat. Take the weight off, read the daily sheet. There's your annoying face, so elite. Shaking hands and smiling while your mother country burns. I swear it, but I don't know you. You think you are to be this hard. End of day, I go to bed and slowly drift away, wondering if you'll get your due someday, to watch it fall apart around you, to hang your head in shame. I tell you that I don't know how, I don't see why you have to lie. Think you too far. Well, that was different. That kind of went okay. Okay, the next, only 2 more tracks to go. So the track 13 on the CD is another instrumental, and it's called On the Road. Let me grab my guitar. It's called On the Road for the simple reason that I wrote it when we were on a motorhome trip at some point a few years back. Okay, On the Road. Sorry, I checked I thought I had it muted and I looked at the thing and then forgot what I was playing. I'm going to start that one again. Imagine that the last 40 seconds never happened. Made it. Okay, so we're down to the last track. Thank you so much for coming along and listening. It's I was saying towards the end of last year, I really must make more of an effort to play my own songs out, and I was speaking to other songwriters like Terry Hiscock, see if we could put on joint gigs and things. And then we went off on our long winter motorhome trip, and then lockdown, and I thought, oh, well, that's all gone by the by. But weirdly, having now been forced to set up a live stream apparatus, it's actually easier. So here we go. Right, okay. So the last song is called Miracle from the Madness. It's yet another song about trying to find peace amongst chaos. So thank you very much, and have a good rest of the evening, and here's the last song. I hope you enjoy. I see you in my mind's eye, like you're right here today, not 1,000 miles away. Oh, and your hair was down, and the rain on the roof, and the way that you moved. In my imagination, you are turning round to see, one eye closed against the sun, and smiling clear and free. The miracle from the madness of you and me. Yeah. Ooh. Looked up at the sky at night, saw the Milky Way, while the shooting stars displayed. Oh, and the night was warm, and you laughed like a child, and with eyes they flashed and smiled. And in my estimation, we are turning out to be open doors and so much more that anyone could see. A miracle from the madness of you and me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the old days I'd see you, it's true. Now I'll always be there for you. I see you in my mind's eye, like you're right here today, not 1,000 miles away. Oh, away. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of the evening, and there will be Dukecast number 7 a week on Monday, because I feel we'll still be in lockdown. So thanks everyone. Okay, take care, stay safe, be good.